Hello everyone and happy September. As we go into these fall months, I thought no better theme to do than the beloved dark academia aesthetic. I am in love with anything DA. I try every fall to come up with the best outfits surrounding this aesthetic, and to me it is so fitting for the autumn months. I did some prep work yesterday and made a bunch of scrapbook cutouts, and I even printed some DA typical items like books and letters to paste onto my bullet journal. I really want this theme to be different shades of brown and eclectic and busy, so I just started with individual tiles that spell out September, and from there I kind of played with all the cutouts I had and created a design that I really liked. Of course, I had to put a quote from Dead Poet Society from Oh Captain, My Captain himself. I also have some other quotes I took from Pinterest and Tumblr and posted them around the page. And I even have my fountain pen, and I'm writing some other quotes directly onto the page, like this one from Oscar Wilde. And something fun that I did was I chose to heat up some wax and put a wax stamp on the page, and I also put it on the printed out letter just to give some more dimension to the page. Onto the calendar page, I put this September header that I wrote on brown paper, and unfortunately I ran out of that, so I cut out these 1-inch squares that look like brown paper and used those as the days of the month. Next, I made my sections for any notes or any major events that are happening during this month, and then I got to decorating the rest of the page with more quotes and florals. These small details make the page look so complete, and I had a really fun time coming up with creative ways to design them. For my habit tracker, I used a circular hole punch and wrote each letter on the individual circles. I created my habit boxes next, which are just mini calendars, and then I got to placing a backdrop on each of them and coloring in the title with this orangey brown color. The bottom was looking a bit bare, so I tore some brown pieces of paper and layered them, and then I drew some florals on top. I finished off with numbering all the boxes and filling in my habits. For my mood tracker, I replicated the circular header and then I drew out an envelope with a letter popping out. Up at the top of the letter, I wrote Dear September, and then I drew 30 individual circles, which I will color in each day. At the bottom, I drew and colored in my key, and then I numbered all of the dots. I also added in another wax seal just for fun, and I think it looks really good. Onto my playlist page, I created this header and detailed it with this faux washi tape. I then drew out 6 boxes and used a brown backdrop on them. I also added in the buttons of play, rewind, and forward to each of the boxes. And again, the bottom was looking a little bit bare, so I added in this orangey curved line and went in and added some music notes. For my brain dump page, I just added in some ripped pieces of paper colored in dark brown, and those went in opposite corners. And finally, my first weekly spread of September, I created these curved box sections, then went back and added in a header. I just used the circular cutouts again. I then added in each section header. This is something that I do every bullet journal month, and it really helps me stay on top of things. I added in my menu for the week. It's always fun to look back at this. And then I added in some florals to break up all of the sections, which looked quite blocky and heavy. And then I added in these curved boxes to the other side for my week. And I absolutely love drop shadows, as you can see. So I added in some here with different shades of brown. And then I labeled in the days of the week and added in these small little DA details and then numbered them. This is my final flip through of my September bullet journal inspired by dark academia. This was so much fun to make. I love the colors and the small details everywhere. I feel like I say that every time I do a new month in my bullet journal, but this one felt so creative and very enjoyable. This theme makes me so excited for the fall months ahead. I hope you have a lovely start to autumn. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!